Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Prime episode, Inside Job. So the episode, like the other previous episodes, pretty much starts off from where it left off. And basically it starts in the Nemesis again with Knockout pretty much torturing Smokescreen and stealing the phase shifter to pretty much steal the Omega Key, the last Omega Key from Smokescreen, which was pretty much contained in Smokescreen the whole time. Knockout saying "wakey wakey" was pretty hilarious in my opinion. But anywho, so meanwhile the Autobots figure out that this whole time Smokescreen had the key within him, within his body. Pretty much Alpha Trion, they determined that Alpha Trion was the one that knocked Smokescreen out, so just so he wouldn't know about the key, because of course he didn't have time to make the put in the coordinates for the last Omega Key, and the Decepticons pretty much got there first before the Autobots, So Megatron leaves Knockout to pretty much torture him, to torture Smokescreen, while Megatron just basically walks to pretty much store the Omega Key he has in his hand. So, just as Knockout's about to torture Smokescreen, Smokescreen pretty much grabs Knockout's wrist and pretty much uses the phase shifter to free himself and pretty much steal the phase shifter and leave Knockout pretty much stuck midway through the wall. It was so funny. Like I think that is pretty much the most infamous thing that would ever happen to Transformer, and Knockout pretty much being stuck halfway through a wall is so funny. But anyways, so Smokescreen pretty much like I say, he gets the phase shifter. He steals the key from Megatron's hand easily, and then steals the stored Omega Key as well, the second Omega Key. And he's encountered by a few Viacons, but pretty much takes him out with the phase shifter, and then he gets away from an Insecticon, and the Autobots are trying to track down his position. So basically what Smokescreen does, he pretty much free falls off the Nemesis. Like literally, he jumps off the Nemesis because he can't fly, right? So he free falls. Megatron's obviously very pissed. So what he does is that he does one of the most stupidest things that he'd ever do to his soldiers, and that's pretty much throw them off the Nemesis. So basically he throws a flying Viacon off, and then he throws one of the Batmobile Viacons, which it was so funny. The Viacon transforming into his car mode in mid-air was hilarious, because I don't know what Megatron was thinking, because, like, he must know. Like, this is common sense. I'm sorry, I just really want to elaborate on this. But Megatron needs to use common sense, for God's sakes, when throwing his soldiers off the Nemesis or any flying platform that he pretty much has in his possession. So, anyways, I found it funny nonetheless. So, anyways, but Megatron does send a few other flying Viacons to go after Smokescreen. They determine its position, the Autobots do, and they open the ground bridge. However, Megatron knocks him off course by pretty much ramming into him while flying, which, because I thought when he got... Here's another thing, when I wanted to mention this in the Alpha Omega episode, when he got Solus Prime's arm, I think. I thought that he wouldn't transform with Solus Prime's arms, so in his usual vehicle mode, the jet mode, so. But anywho, Smokescreen's able to use the phase shifter to pretty much go through the center of the Earth. Well, not really. And the very stupid flying Viacons and the ground Viacon pretty much all crash into pretty much explode on impact, so they pretty much kill themselves. So yeah, that's a dumb thing about the Viacons I've seen throughout this series, but a season. But anyways, Megatron orders the surviving Viacons to scour for the keys. Smokescreen's able to retreat to base with the 3 Omega keys. And as they're celebrating, they get a message from Starscream saying that, because he has pretty much the Omega key that he stole in the last episode from Smokescreen. And, pretty much, Starscream sends a message saying that, I'd like to get rid of this Omega key or whatever object he has in his possession in return for the surgical replacement of his TCOG, because as we all know, he hasn't transformed in, well, for the last most of the season, he hasn't transformed throughout because as we all know, his TCOG is pretty much Nemesis Prime's TCOG that Silas used in the Nemesis Prime episode. So, for those of you who haven't been following Nemesis Prime, I'm just explaining to you right now. So. Anyway, so Optimus, Ratchet, and Bulkhead go and find Starscream, but this is interesting. He pretty much absolutely tricks them to death. So here's what he does. If you remember in the Armada episode, at the end he killed the last clone of Starscream that he made. However, he salvaged his body and used it as a decoy to make Optimus and the others think that he's dead. So pretty much the real Starscream pretty much just uses the red energon powers to pretty much slow time down and pretty much gets through the corridors of the base, steals the 3 Omega keys, and pretty much takes off right from the base. And Starscream realizes that the red energon power is pretty much depleted, so Optimus, Ratchet, and Bulkhead go after Starscream through the ground bridge, but it's too late as, for the second straight episode, Optimus and the others have failed to go through an enemy's ground bridge. Prime's reaction was clearly understandable in my opinion. So, in the end, the Autobots return to base pretty much empty-handed, literally, so that's called stabbing in the back, literally, in my opinion. And in the end, Ratchet says to Optimus that we need to come up with a way to pretty much resolve this whole predicament and pretty much get the Omega keys back. And in the end, on the Nemesis, Megatron tells Knockout to pretty much stay where he is for the time being in his little wall predicament with Smokescreen. And in the end, Starscream meets Megatron and Dreadwing and pretty much proposes a peace treaty, essentially. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. Overall, I thought it was very good. You know what, in my opinion, this is going to be the funniest episode of this season, even though it's kind of late. Because, for one thing, Knockout being stuck in the wall, and then Megatron throwing a Viacon that the Viacon that transforms into the Batmobile-like car, and the Viacons killing themselves. Those are the three funniest things. I say funny because, for one thing, Knockout's dumb, Megatron's dumb, the Viacons are dumb, and the Viacons are dumb because they kill themselves. Simple as that, and end of story. So, anyways, overall, will I recommend watching this episode? I'm going to say yes. It's a very highly recommended episode. Again, it's not one of those episodes that will not be disappointing, and overall, it's a very good episode nonetheless. So, that is my video review of the Transformers Prime episode, Inside Job. I will see you all very soon. I'll be back with my next video as soon as possible, and yeah, so take care, see you soon, have a great day, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye!